It is a big night in East Tennessee. Sports Director Steve Phillips joins us live in downtown Knoxville. Hey, Steve.
Hey, Beth. Yes, we're at the Greater Knoxville Sports Hall of Fame induction dinner. 10 new members going into the hall tonight. So some other local athletes being recognized. And we are with the guest speaker, probably someone you recognize, Jeff Gordon, the four-time NASCAR champ. Welcome to Knoxville.
Thrilled to be here.
You and I were talking. You're a big supporter of the Boys and Girls Club who benefit from this event. You have your own foundation. How did you get? You're a busy guy. How did you get off into all this charitable work?
You know what? Early on, I was looking at other drivers and seeing the great work that they were doing. I was influenced by that. I wanted to be like them. I went to a lot of different hospitals and met children who were dealing with different types of illnesses, some life-threatening. And then my crew chief, his son was diagnosed with leukemia. Later, that really motivated me to start my own foundation and do the work that we're doing with pediatric cancer. And luckily, a local gentleman from Knoxville here, Dean Weingartner, he is a great supporter of our foundation and has been telling me about the wonderful boys and girls that are part of the Boys and Girls Club here in Greater Knoxville and invited me to be here, and here I am.
Well, I know everyone's looking forward to hearing you talk about it. You'd probably be a little more excited about it if you hadn't gotten caught up in that thing in Daytona on Saturday.
You know, it's always what have you done for me lately in our sport, and we've had a rough season for the 24 team. We've had some great runs, some great moments, but we just can't seem to get the consistency and the momentum going. But I'm pretty excited about New Hampshire this weekend, Indianapolis coming up in a couple weeks, that are great opportunities for us to still find our way into victory lane as well as into the chase.
I know we were talking about I talked with you several times in Daytona back in February. You had momentum from the win toward the end of the season. You'd gotten that monkey off your back. With the inconsistency, you're still 14th. You're still only, I think, 3 points out of 12th in the last spot. You feeling, your team feeling, confident you can get the job done?
Well, we went through a lot of this last year. I think we were actually further back in points at this time than we were last year. But we also have some pretty fierce competitors right ahead of us right now. I am feeling confident. I mean, Hendrick Motorsports as a whole is performing very well. Our cars are performing well. I think our pit crew has really stepped up. It's just really about us qualifying a little bit better and just doing a little bit better job at executing throughout the race. We're very capable of putting some great finishes together.
You mentioned the racetracks coming up being favorable to you in New Hampshire. You have the Indianapolis, of course, and Bristol even. Talk a little bit about that stretch and who do you see making the chase?
Oh boy, I'll be honest, all I know is that we're not in and that we've got to perform better. I know Casey Kane's had a few rough weeks as well, so our teammates there, but I'm only focused on the tracks and what we're capable of doing and doing the best that we can. We tested New Hampshire, we tested Indianapolis. We were running great at Bristol earlier in the year, leading actually when we had a tire problem. So I feel really good about the tracks that are coming up, but we got to have more than just good runs. We found that out this year. We've had good runs that just haven't materialized. We've got to turn those into great results, not just performances.
Finally, you've been doing this for a while. You've got the 4 championships. We talked, I guess, in February about the fire you still have for the sport. Is it still enjoyable? Is it still something you have a fire for?
You get challenged on years like this. You've been doing it a long time. It's a tough schedule. I've got 2 young kids, that are at home that sometimes get to travel with me. And you look at and the whole perspective on life a little bit different. So when you're not winning as much as you were at one time, you gravitate towards those things that are really special to you, that mean a lot to you. But they like to see me win. So I want to really make sure that we're still going out there performing well, putting ourselves in victory lane. And, as long as I'm driving that race car, I want to be competitive.
All right, Jeff Gordon, thank you for your time.
All right, thank you. Great to be here.
Looking forward to hearing Jeff Gordon tonight at the induction dinner banquet for the Greater Knoxville Sports Hall of Fame. Beth?
Pretty big day hanging out with Jeff Gordon. Pretty cool. Thanks so much, Steve, joining us from downtown. And we're coming right back after this break.